Hi guys, so this video is going to be about in-laws. Being married, of course, I have my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and everything like that. This isn't something that's really an issue for us because since we dated for so long, and also since before we started dating and then got married, I was friends with his cousin, which his mother and her mother are sisters, so I already knew most of their family, so we never really had a problem as far as that. And I love my mother-in-law and my father-in-law just as I love my own family. I don't really look at it as in-laws. I just look at it as having like one big family. I think if you're in a relationship, or especially in a marriage, if you have an issue with your in-laws, I think the best thing to do is to try to discuss it with your partner and handle it that way, because you don't want it to be a situation where you're torn between your spouse and then your family. You don't want it to be like that. But as far as my philosophy when it comes to things like that is, when you get married, especially when you take your vows, you say forsaking all others, and I think that once you accept that in your marriage and once you recite those vows, you should stay true to it. You don't want to put anyone above your husband or your wife, in my opinion. I think with issues with family and your husband or your wife, it's best to try to discuss those and try to work those out, because you don't want to put a strain on either relationship.
As far as in-laws go, I think the male has a hard time because the female's family is always hawking him and wants to know more about the male, wants to know your intentions and everything. Not even when they're in-laws, even when you're just first starting a date, they want to know what you're about. So you have to put, it's more work for the male to put in just to get the female on his side. You agree?
I do agree. The males in my family, when you introduced them, when we were just dating and he started to come around, they want to make sure you have the best intentions and just make sure that everything is going to be okay. So I think that part is difficult for males, and I think the difficult person for females is usually the mother-in-law. I think that some people have difficulties in those type of situations, but I never had that problem with my mother-in-law, because my mother-in-law is just so sweet. She was always nice to me, always made me feel welcome, always introduced me as her daughter, treated me as her daughter, and it wasn't a situation where there was any tug of war between us over him, which happens a lot in relationships. That mother-son relationship, usually the mother is difficult on the wife or fiance or even girlfriend because they don't think that you're good enough for their son. But I never had those issues with my mother-in-law because we always got along, and we still get along to this day. She'll call me and just talk to me without talking to him, or she'll see how I'm doing and all those type of things. So I never had those issues. I think it all has to do with respect. If I were to have those issues with my mother-in-law, I would still remain respectful towards her, because I treat her just as I would treat my own mother. I would never disrespect my mother nor my mother-in-law. So I think the biggest issue when it comes to in-laws, if you are having some type of issue with one of your in-laws, is just to be respectful. You want to just voice your concern, and I think first you should discuss it with your mate before, going to their family and maybe being confrontational towards them. I think you should discuss it with your husband or discuss it with your wife, and then you can always go from there, and maybe they can talk to the person that you're having a problem with in their family, or maybe you guys can sit down together. But I think in any situations where you're having issues with in-laws, you just really want to remain respectful, because that is the parent or the family member or relative of your significant other or your husband or your wife.
Yeah. And for me, it was the same way. I mean, her family took me in from day one, so it really, you know, it really wasn't hard. I mean, the family loved me. Everybody loves me as a son. You know, I hate when they even use the word in-law with me, because, I mean, I'm just who I am. I'm your son, I'm your grandson, I'm not your in-law. We're just that close with each other. Like I said earlier, this doesn't really apply to us. We just wanted to address this issue because we received, you know, a couple comments on this issue, so we just wanted to address them. The viewers are more than welcome to respond to this issue. We would like you to comment, you know, below on this issue, so you can help, you know, a couple of the subscribers out with this topic, because we really can't help, because we only, you know, everything with our in-laws, you know, are good and we're good from day one. So viewers help viewers. Yeah. Please.
If you guys have gone through a situation where you've had issues with your in-laws, please comment below and let us know, and also let the other viewers know how you handled it. In my opinion, since we haven't had those issues, I just want to say that I think in any type of situation, you just want to remain respectful and voice your opinion without any malice or being negative. That's not going to do anything except strain your relationship with your husband or wife, and it's going to strain their relationship with their relatives or whomever. And boyfriend and girlfriend. But it's always good to discuss it. If you feel that someone's being a little rude or mean to you, just discuss it with your partner and then see if they can talk to their family members, or if you guys can sit down together and try to hash it out and see what the issue really is. But women, just know that if your mother-in-law is being hard on you, she's just doing that because she loves her son, who is her baby. You know that mother and son relationship, so just don't really let it get to you, because after time, as she warms up to you and really gets to know you, then all of that will subside. So don't let that get you down, because mothers will be like that. I see it with my mother and my younger brother. She was like that at first, but she loves his girlfriend now. It just took her some time to get used to. So don't think that it's anything towards you specifically. So we hope that this video was somewhat helpful. We love to have dialogue with you guys, so just comment and let us know your thoughts on this topic, and thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, bye.